Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Jack Canfield. Hey, I'm Jeffrey Rogers, and if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to build something real, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Fear is a part of the game, but the winners, the ones who really make it, they don't let fear paralyze them. They use it, they acknowledge it, understand it, and then they say, "Thank you for sharing. Now get the F out of my way. I've got work to do." First things first, you gotta acknowledge the fear. It's there, lurking in the back of your mind, and it's not going away on its own. Ignoring it won't make it disappear. In fact, the more you try to avoid it, the bigger it seems to get. It's like a shadow that grows longer as the sun sets. So, take a deep breath and face it head on. Don't pretend it's not there. Pretending only gives it more power over you. It's like trying to ignore a leaky faucet. The drip, drip, drip will eventually drive you crazy. Acknowledge it, and you'll find that it's not as terrifying as you thought. Don't try to sweep it under the rug. Hiding from your fears is like putting a Band-Aid on a broken bone. It might cover up the problem for a while, but it won't fix it. The fear will still be there, festering and growing in the dark. It's real. It's you. And it's telling you something. Your fear is a signal, a message from your subconscious. It's trying to tell you something important. Maybe it's a warning, or maybe it's an opportunity in disguise. Either way, you need to listen to it. Maybe you're afraid of failing. Failure is a natural part of the journey, but the fear of it can be paralyzing. It can stop you from taking risks, from trying new things, from reaching your full potential. Maybe you're afraid of what people will think. The fear of judgment can be crippling. It can make you second-guess yourself, hold back your ideas, and conform to what others expect of you. Maybe you're afraid of success itself. Success brings its own set of challenges and responsibilities. It can be overwhelming, and the fear of not being able to handle it can hold you back. Whatever it is, say it out loud. Write it down. Get it out of your head and into the open. When you articulate your fears, you take the first step towards overcoming them. It's like shining a light in a dark room. Suddenly, the shadows don't seem so scary. Get it out of your head and into the open. Share it with someone you trust. Sometimes, just talking about your fears can make them seem less daunting. You'll realize that you're not alone, and that others have faced similar challenges and overcome them. Because here's the thing, once you acknowledge your fear, you take away its power. You shine a light on it, and it shrinks. It's like when you were a kid, afraid of the monster under the bed. Turn on the light, and poof, no more monster. You shine a light on it, and it shrinks. The more you face your fears, the smaller they become. It's a process, and it takes time, but each step you take makes you stronger and more resilient. It's like when you were a kid, afraid of the monster under the bed. Turn on the light, and poof, no more monster. The same principle applies to your fears as an adult. Illuminate them, and they lose their power over you. Turn on the light, and poof, no more monster. This isn't about being fearless. It's about being aware. Self-awareness is your superpower. When you understand your fears, you can manage them. You can use them to your advantage. This isn't about being fearless. It's about being aware. Self-awareness is your superpower. You can't conquer what you don't acknowledge. So, get real with yourself. What's holding you back? What are you really afraid of? You can't conquer what you don't acknowledge. So, get real with yourself. What's holding you back? What are you really afraid of? Once you identify your fears, you can start to address them. You can develop strategies to overcome them. So, get real with yourself. What's holding you back? What are you really afraid of? Once you identify your fears, you can start to address them. You can develop strategies to overcome them. You can turn your fears into fuel for your journey. What are you really afraid of? Remember, acknowledging your fears is the first step towards conquering them. It's a journey, and it starts with a single step. So, take that step today, face your fears, and watch them shrink in the light of your awareness. Alright, so you've acknowledged your fears. That's a crucial first step. Recognizing that fear exists is important because it allows you to confront it head on. Many people try to ignore their fears, hoping they'll just go away, but that rarely works. Instead, facing your fears can give you the power to overcome them. Now let's talk about your mindset. Your mindset is the foundation upon which everything else is built. It's the internal dialogue that shapes your actions and reactions. If your mindset is strong and positive, it can propel you forward, even in the face of adversity. Because your mindset is everything. It determines how you interpret the world around you and how you respond to challenges. A positive mindset can turn obstacles into opportunities, while a negative mindset can make even the smallest hurdles seem insurmountable. It's the lens through which you see the world. Imagine wearing glasses with a dark tint. Everything you see will appear gloomy and bleak. Now imagine wearing glasses with a clear, bright lens. The world suddenly looks full of possibilities and hope. If you're walking around with a negative, fear-based mindset, you're going to see threats everywhere. Every challenge will seem like a potential disaster, and every setback will feel like a failure. This kind of mindset can be paralyzing, preventing you from taking the necessary steps to achieve your goals. You're going to be risk-averse. You'll avoid taking chances because you're afraid of what might go wrong. This fear of failure can hold you back from pursuing new opportunities and reaching your full potential. You're going to play it safe. While playing it safe might protect you from immediate harm, it also limits your growth. Without taking risks, you'll never know what you're truly capable of achieving. And you know what? You're going to stay stuck. Stuck in the same place, doing the same things, and wondering why nothing ever changes. It's a frustrating and unfulfilling way to live. But if you can shift your mindset to one of positivity, resilience, and abundance, the game changes. Suddenly the world opens up, and you start to see possibilities where you once saw only obstacles. You start to see opportunities instead of threats. Each challenge becomes a chance to learn and grow rather than a potential failure. This shift in perspective can be incredibly empowering. You become more willing to take calculated risks. With a positive mindset, you understand that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone to success. You're more likely to take bold actions that can lead to significant rewards. You start to believe in yourself and your ability to figure things out. Confidence grows, and with it, your capacity to handle whatever comes your way. This self-belief is crucial for long-term success. This isn't about toxic positivity, all right? It's not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging the challenges but choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems. It's about being real with yourself, but also understanding that you have the power to choose your perspective. You can decide how you want to interpret and respond to the events in your life. You can choose to focus on the negative, or you can choose to focus on the positive. The choice is yours, and that choice can make all the difference in your journey toward success and fulfillment. Let's talk about risk, because entrepreneurship is all about taking risks. But here's the thing. There's a difference between taking calculated risks and being reckless. Reckless is jumping out of a plane without a parachute. Calculated risk is jumping with a parachute, a backup parachute, and a ground crew ready to guide you. See the difference? Calculated risks are about doing your homework. It's about understanding the market, your customers, and your own strengths and weaknesses. It's about having a plan, but also being flexible enough to adjust along the way. Don't be stupid, but don't be afraid to make a move. The biggest regret I hear from entrepreneurs is not that they failed, but that they didn't try at all. Don't let that be you. Look, fear is a natural human emotion. It's not going away, but you can learn to manage it. You can develop strategies to help you stay calm, focused, and in control, even when things get tough. One of my favorite strategies is visualization. Close your eyes and visualize yourself succeeding. See it, feel it, believe it. The more you can visualize yourself overcoming your fears and achieving your goals, the more confident you'll become in your ability to actually do it. Another powerful strategy is preparation. The more prepared you are, the less you'll have to fear. Do your research, practice your pitch, know your numbers inside and out, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Find a mentor, join a mastermind group, surround yourself with people who have been there and done that. Listen up. This section is all about inspiration and motivation. It's about understanding that the journey to success is filled with obstacles, but those obstacles are not insurmountable. They are stepping stones that every successful entrepreneur has faced and overcome. Every successful entrepreneur you know has faced fear. They've all had doubts. They've all experienced moments of intense stress and anxiety, wondering if they were on the right path or if they should just give up. These moments are universal, and they are part of the process. They've all wanted to quit at some point, but they didn't. They pushed through. They found the strength within themselves to keep going, even when the odds seemed stacked against them. They worked late nights, brainstormed tirelessly, and kept their eyes on the prize. Take Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Her story is a testament to perseverance and belief in one's vision. She started with a simple idea and a lot of determination. She was terrified of failing. The fear of failure can be paralyzing, but Sarah didn't let it stop her. She used that fear as fuel to drive her forward. She was afraid of what people would think. The judgment and opinions of others can be daunting, but Sarah chose to focus on her belief in her product rather than the naysayers. But she believed in her product, and she was willing to put in the work. She spent countless hours perfecting her prototype, pitching her idea, and building her brand from the ground up. And now, she's a billionaire. Her success is a shining example of what can happen when you refuse to give up on your dreams. Or how about Damon John, the CEO of Fubu, and one of the sharks on Shark Tank? His journey is equally inspiring and filled with lessons of resilience and tenacity. He started his business with just $40 in his pocket. Imagine the courage it takes to start a business with such limited resources. But Damon didn't let that stop him. He was laughed at, rejected, and told he would never succeed. But he persevered. He faced rejection head-on and used it as motivation to prove his doubters wrong. He believed in himself and his vision. He knew that his idea had potential, and he was willing to do whatever it took to make it a reality. And now, he's a global icon. His success story is a powerful reminder that with determination and hard work, anything is possible. These are just two examples of countless entrepreneurs who have overcome fear to achieve incredible things. There are many more stories out there, each one unique, but with a common thread of perseverance and belief. If they can do it, you can too. Remember, the path to success is not a straight line. It's filled with twists and turns. But with determination, hard work, and belief in yourself, you can achieve your dreams. So, there you have it. Acknowledge your fears, shift your mindset, take calculated risks, develop strategies for managing fear, and draw inspiration from those who have come before you. Remember, fear is not the enemy. It's a sign that you're alive. It's a sign that you're pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. Embrace it, use it, and then go out there and make your mark on the world. I believe in you. Now go out there and prove me right.